So today I'd like to tell you about an FVO 400 RC indirect heater. Let's start with the RC hood. It has the option of going underground for mining companies. So if they need to attach a 50 to 100 foot ducting on the RC hood, they can run it out of the mine to fresh air supply outside, which is a very popular feature among construction companies. The other option also with the airflow is it can get upwards of 4,000 to 4,500 CFM depending on your pump pressure and air gate settings, which is always adjusting due to climate control, whether it be -10 outside or 20 degrees on a summer day. Check the operation guide for more details on that. Also to stay on the airflow, it has a great feature on the front of the heater. It has the option of a 2x12 ducting option, as well as a 16 or 20-inch ducting capabilities as well for maximum airflow at all times, depending on the job description that it's being used for. It also has a 42-gallon tank, which has a 14 to 17-hour runtime, depending on your air gate and pump pressure, which also relates to the climate temperature at the time it's used. It also has a flat free tire, which is good for all services. It has the lifting pockets below the tank, so if a forklift has to grab it, or if you need to pick it up with the crane, we also have the lifting hook capabilities as well. And it also comes with a safe feature of a green and red indicator light. If you look at the power supply indicator sticker on the control box, it'll give you the details. So if you by chance have a bad extension cord, it's going to show you reverse polarity right off the bat so you don't damage any electrical features on the heater. And another cool feature about our indirect heater is we use a Putes hose system. Especially on an older heater, it helps distinguish if there's any issues with the pump by showing the flow of diesel, as opposed to taking it apart and creating a sticky mess when there's an easier solution. But once again, that's in our troubleshoot guide in the manual. During the setup of the FVO 400 indirect RC heater, go to the installation guide for details. I strongly recommend you use a 12-3 extension cord, no smaller than 12-3. And if you go past 50 feet, you're going to want to upgrade to a 10-3 extension cord so you do not lose too much electrical continuity. Pay attention to the decals on the control box. It tells you all the power requirements with the green indicator light. As you can see, you have a green light, so you've met all proper electrical requirements of the heater. It is safe to use on an electrical application. Now, one of the more popular features of the FVO 400 Indirect is our two 12-inch ductlets. It basically gives you the advantage of running heat into two different positions on the job site. You're simply getting in the bottom hole first. As you can see, once you get the pin lock in, it's very secure and safe. This is just a 25-foot ducting attached to it at the moment. You can go upwards of 50 to 100 feet as long as you don't overextend the bend or radius of the outlet. And we strongly recommend that you do not go use a 45 bend in the radius of the outlet. Hence, you'll have overheating issues and heat impingement, which the odd time can cause damage to the heater, but that's all in the installation guide and user manual. In regards to the F10 Riello burner, you can go different nozzle sizes from a 1.75 to upwards of a 2.25. Different weather conditions require a different nozzle and pump pressure setup, which is also on our technician's guide in the user manual. The biggest issue that we get are issues with our Riello burner pumps. There is a YouTube video out there that you can refer to in order how to unseize them. It is also on the Temp-Air troubleshoot guide for indirect heaters. And strongly recommended. You're on a construction site, the heater has been running for 18 to 24 hours. When you unplug at the end of the day, please follow the safety protocols for shutting down the heater properly. The fan must cool the RC model down completely before it gets unplugged, or you risk electrical damage to some of the electrical components, especially on the fan motor. does cause capacitors to overheat from time to time. Also, when operating the heater, please pay attention to the decals on the heater, especially the caution warnings. And when you get to the flue, please pay attention to hand placement because it does get very hot from time to time. If used inside, please make sure you have a proper rain cap and flue attachment so you are dispersing the CO2 high up into the air. This is an accessory unit. It is an add-on at the owner's discretion, depending on location. I know some job site locations do require you have a minimum rain guard flue cap of minimum of 5 to 10 feet, depending on job site conditions. Well, starting off with our Indirect fleet, this is an FVNP 200RC. It can run on both natural gas and propane. Very popular option to have dual fuel. And one of the popular features about this unit, it's small, it's portable. You can put it on an elevator if you don't have access to heavy construction cranes or other lifts. Very popular unit. This is also an FVNP 200RC dual fuel unit, same as the other model. The only difference with this one is we had a different design for it because we had requests from certain construction sites that didn't need our 400. They wanted the 200 model instead. So we changed the design to have a lifting hook on it. So if a crane had to pick it up, it has that option. This is an FVO 200RC indirect heater on a 23-gallon tank, which gives you approximately a 7 to 10 hour runtime, depending on job location and specs of environment. This model is our FVO 200RC, very similar to the 23-gallon. Only difference is it's on a 42-gallon tank, which gives you a longer runtime. It was a popular request amongst customers, so we had to put it into production. Also comes with different designs, so you can pick it up with a lifting hook. You need a crane access, we have the option as well. This is the FVNP 400RC dual fuel unit. It can run on either natural gas or propane. Comes with the lifting hook feature and all features of any 400RC model. That's most popular option. Of course, you can run it on either natural gas or propane, depending on job site. This is an FVNP 400 standard version of the Indirect. One option for airflow. The start of this heater is why we moved into the RC heater for different indirect options. As you can see, you can't attach ducting to the front. This is the FVO 400 standard indirect heater. 42-gallon tank, same runtime as an RC. Only real difference is the price. And of course, the limited option for airflow on the rear of the heater.